Hello, everyone, and welcome to Social 5 University. I'm your host, Kate Drake, and I'm excited to be with you here today to talk about one of my favorite topics, the holidays. And I hope we'll have some good tips and information for you as we go forward. And as always, feel free to ask any questions as we're going, and we'll also have a Q&A at the end. All right, so when it comes to the holidays, one thing I really want you guys to think about is that timing is everything. It really is important. Some people just don't seem to like celebrating this new holiday that has sort of evolved called Thanksmas, right? Where we have, the Christmas decorations out before Halloween and everything like that. That really starts to annoy some people. And there's actually been some data that shows that younger generations, like millennials and stuff, that doesn't seem to bother them as much, just because they are kind of more used to it. They've always had Christmas decorations in the store their whole time growing up. But for older generations, that can be still kind of annoying, and they want to celebrate each holiday in its time. And so since that's going to be our target market for a lot of your businesses, that's something to think about. So I wanted to share this post with you. Nordstrom's been making a really big splash on social media lately with this. I know I've seen it shared in my newsfeed probably 10 or 20 times at least. And they've got these signs in their stores that say, at Nordstrom, we won't be decking our halls until Friday, November 28th. Why? Well, we just like the idea of celebrating one holiday at a time. From our family to yours, happy Thanksgiving. Now, I think this is interesting because my mother-in-law used to work at Nordstrom many, many years ago as one of the buyers there, and they were crazy about Christmas. I mean, they always had giant Black Friday sales. They had huge Christmas decorations and everything, and it took them a really long time to get those decorations up. But, this is a conscious decision that they've made that, they're going to wait and celebrate Christmas after Thanksgiving. And so that's something that you guys may want to be thinking about as you're going forward and doing your social media. It doesn't hurt to, obviously, we're talking about the holidays now, and it's way before Christmas and before Thanksgiving. So it doesn't hurt to have a strategy in place beforehand. But you may want to wait until after after Thanksgiving to celebrate each holiday in turn. One thing that you kind of have seen lately is Black Friday backlash, and where stores are opening on Thanksgiving itself or things like that, and people are getting mad about that and are starting to stay away on Thanksgiving or on Black Friday. So just kind of something to keep in mind as you're going forward. Again, the whole idea here is that we don't want to be seen as like too money grubbing and too enthusiastic about taking our customers' money, right? We want to be sharing joy of the season with them instead. So one thing that you can do that will really help you out as you're going forward through this is to try and think like your customer. They are probably kind of feeling something like this as the holidays gear up, right? I think we've all been there before. No matter how much we love the holidays, by December 22nd or so, if you might be feeling kind of crazy. So with that in mind, one thing we really encourage you to do is try and think like your customer and think about ways that you can make their lives easier. So, ideas that will just take the stress out of things and kind of help them along. They're always going to be receptive to a helping idea. So one thing that could be really great is gift ideas, even if they're not from your company. I know, because I'm a female, I get targeted by a lot of like female-centric type brands, right? And, I had recently purchased a present for my friend on a fashion website. It was for her birthday. And the thing I thought was really great is they sent, this same company ended up sending me a marketing email that was about gift ideas for guys. Now, you can't buy anything for guys at their website, but they know that people like, most of their customers, like me, are probably starting to think about what to get their husband or their boyfriend or their dad or anything like that. And so they had this whole gift list of ideas that were, not necessarily from their company, but that would help other people. And so that's a great idea. Even if it's not from your company, you can be a holiday helper in that way and make their season a little bit easier. Another thing that always does well this time of year is recipes and crafts. I don't know how many of you have seen this, but I think I've seen the Christmas Eve hot chocolate post posted on my newsfeed about 80 times. Everybody's crazy about that one, right? And so something like that is always great. And even if it's something that a lot of other people are posting, it doesn't hurt because the Facebook algorithm is going to be like, hey, it's that thing that everybody's talking about. We should show this in people's news feeds. So it's, something like that is always going to be popular and fun. Another option is something like a life hack for handling stress or getting along with relatives, things like that that can just kind of help ease the holidays. It can be kind of a contentious time as we get together with our family members or things like that, right? So we want it to be all happy and good, but every now and then it gets a little stressful. So things like that can be really helpful. And another thing that's really fun is any local events that may be going on in your area. If you have something nearby or just a cool, fun thing that's happening, feel free to share that information. People like to know about that. And again, it kind of does that thing where it makes you a trusted news source and where they go, oh, hey, they have some really good information. I should really follow their page. And again, all of these things are things that either you can do or you can ask us at Social 5 to do for you. We're happy to put together these custom posts for you if you don't have the time. So that's no problem. We have a question here about if we like the message that Nordstrom promotes, can we reference it or use it as long as we give them credit for it? I would say you could definitely share it on Facebook or something like that and give them, and everyone will know that it's from Nordstrom. That's what I've seen a lot of people do. Is some people have just taken a picture with their phone of the sign in the store, and you could do that. You could also link to like a news story or something like that. It's been fairly popular, so I would think that would be okay to share. I would go for more of an official source like that, though, a news story or a photo from Nordstrom or something like that. And again, give them credit and let folks know that it was their idea. If you want to come up with something like that on your own and just say that you are, like you want to take that idea and you don't need to mention Nordstrom, you just want to say we're not having our decorations up that early, that's fine too. It looks like we may be having a little trouble with the audio. Can you guys all hear okay? If you run into any trouble, let me know. Okay. All right, so going forward, another thing that we really highly recommend that you do is share any deals or promotions that you have going on for the holidays. So anything like that, a lot of times we're really good at promoting those in store, but we often don't do them on social media. And so that's a really great way to get the word out. And again, just share those deals and whatever. People are going to be excited if they see a deal that their friend has seen, and they're going to want to share it then. So that works really well and is a really great way of getting your promotions out and whatnot. Another thing you can do is you can even feature a discount code or some special offers on your social sites or through email marketing or whatnot. Are you guys all hearing okay? Do we need to go back at all? No sound. Is there a video problem? Are you guys all back on? Raise your hand if you can hear me again. Okay, it sounds like the connections are going in and out a bit. So it looks like I've got quite a few hands. If you run into trouble, feel free to pop your hand up in the air or whatever if you can't hear me, and I'll go back and again, I'll go back and start at the beginning of this slide just to make sure we cover it all. So you want to share any deals or promotions that you have in your store. We're often very good about sharing them in store, but it's great to share them on social media because chances are that people, if they find a deal or a sale or something that they like, they'll share it with their friends on social media. So it's a great way to get that message out versus just, whatever you have going on in store. So make sure you share those on your social pages. And then the other thing that's kind of cool is you can feature discount codes or special offers on your social sites or through email marketing. You could send out a thing on your Facebook page or in an email that says, hey, if you come in and give us the discount code, whatever, we'll give you an extra 10% off your purchase of $100 or more or something like that, right? So things like that are really fun and tend to really go viral around the holidays. And even if you're a small business, sometimes I think we get focused on sort of the big box retailers at the holidays. And I know a lot of our customers here at Social 5 are smaller clients. So, if you want to do something smaller, that's okay too. And there is this kind of new movement called Small Business Saturday that's kind of coming in response to Black Friday, where people are focusing on shopping at a small business on that Saturday after Thanksgiving. So go ahead and throw out some posts with the hashtag Small Business Saturday and encourage people to come into your small business too. That's a great option. All right. So one other thing that's great about social media is it's a great opportunity to be able to share your holiday hours. Now, no reasonable person expects you to be open all the time. Now, unfortunately, social media is full of unreasonable people. You guys who've been around for a while have heard my mantra that the internet is full of the worst people in the entire world, but also some of the best people in the entire world, right? But unfortunately, sometimes those worst people come out around the holidays. So one thing you're going to want to do is post any special holidays you may be having or holiday hours. If you're a store that is staying open late or opening early or anything like that because of the holidays, let people know on social media. It's a great way to get the word out. And sometimes we just forget to do that. You have it posted in the store or whatever, but we really should get it out on the Facebook page and on Twitter and things like that. The other thing is to let people know when you'll be closed for the holidays. This just happened to my mom and I a little while ago. We were going to go to lunch at a restaurant that we really like, and I just happened to see on their Facebook page, it's a local family-owned restaurant, and they posted on their Facebook page, we're closing the restaurant for 2 weeks and going to be gone on vacation. And this wasn't even around the holidays. So that's something that you can really do. It saved us from driving all the way down to the restaurant and only to find that they weren't open, right? So things like that are really helpful. Just let people know when you're not going to be there and when you are, so that they know. If you're not going to be open late on like Christmas Eve or something, let them know so that they don't try to come running in last minute trying to find that perfect gift or whatever. And then the other thing that we'd really encourage you to do is let your followers know also when you'll be dark on social media. A lot of times, we expect that even though, our physical store isn't open, maybe that, we could take to social media with a question or a complaint or anything like that. And if you want your social media folks or if whoever's monitoring your social media page to be able to have some time off, that's okay. Just let them know, hey, we're not going to be working on Christmas Day, or we're going to be taking New Year's Day off, whatever. We're closing early on New Year's Eve, something like that. Let them know so that, and that you'll get back to them as soon as you can with their request or comment or anything like that. All right. So another fun idea for the holidays is to try and do some good in your business. No matter what holiday you're celebrating, everybody kind of really embraces this reason for the season, this, kindness to all mankind sort of thing. And so it's a really great opportunity for your business, not only to, appear to be the good guy, but it also is just nice to help and will give you a nice feeling too, right? So some ideas are you can host a food or a clothing drive on social media. Post on your Facebook page like, hey, we're collecting donations for the local food pantry. Feel free to drop them by our office or by our store or whatever. And this is a great option if you're someone who doesn't have a product that gets sold during the holidays. Maybe if you're an insurance agent or a real estate person or something like that, where you don't have a commodity that you can actually, a thing that you can sell at the holidays. This is a great way to get people to stop by your office anyway. Maybe while they drop it by, they'll be like, oh, I should, get you guys to look at my stuff again or whatever. So it's a great option. If you have a physical location where you can do that, go ahead and tell people, hey, yeah, we're collecting food for the food pantry or clothes for the homeless shelter, whatever. Feel free to drop them by our office if that's more convenient for you. A lot of people, want to help out, but it's kind of one of those things where they get so busy and maybe they don't know exactly where the food pantry is and blah, 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 blah. So if they have an easy alternative, that's going to make their lives easier and make them really popular. Another idea is if you don't want to host something, or maybe you don't have a physical office, you're just in cyberspace, you can share someone else's food or clothing drive or whatever that they're doing. I know a bunch of the radio stations here in Salt Lake do a thing where they all compete for to see who can raise the most. I'm going to stop sharing the webcam, you guys, and see if that helps at all with our audio difficulties. So sorry about that. You won't get to see me, you'll just get to see the slides, which is really what's more important anyway. So if you don't want to host a drive, yeah, go ahead and share someone else's. That radio station thing, it's huge every year, and they get tons of folks to come in and help. All right, it sounds like video is breaking up again. Is it getting any better, you guys? I'm so sorry. We must have a slow connection here today. Can you all see me all right now? Any hands? Okay, awesome. Or not see me, but see the presentation. Okay, another option that you can do is you could send a link to a favorite charity if you want to just encourage people to donate online. Go ahead and put up a post about, hey, we really want to draw attention to this charity. Feel free to give what you can, something along those lines. And you can also share the local needs in your community. That those posts can come across really powerfully. I just saw one the other day from a guy that I know who runs his own business, and he posted that someone he knew at the local shelter said that they're really running low on like hand soap and like shampoos and things like that. And so they were asking for, hey, if you've traveled recently and you saved your little travel size shampoo, bring it on, the shelter could really use it. Please bring it in. Those folks could really use those toiletries and things like that. So again, kind of one of those things that, it's an easy thing that people can do to help. It's a need in your community. It's really great. Okay, sounds like we're doing much better. So we'll kill the webcam for now. All right. Another thing that I want you to be thinking of is gearing up for 2016. Now, we're focused on the holidays right now, and it seems like we still have quite a bit of the year left, but really it's time to start thinking about that. And the holidays are really a chance that to bring in some new customers for a lot of businesses. So plan right now to figure out ways that you can follow up with them in the new year. One thing that I'd really highly suggest, I love email marketing here at Social 5. I really recommend that you collect their email addresses so that you can stay in touch with them. Get that contact information. And then in the coming year, they're going to have that monthly email blast coming from you that just keeps them in touch and keeps you top of mind. So if you can do that, that's awesome. Either use your mobile site that we've provided you with. You can, even if you have a thing at your front desk that has, a clipboard where they can write their address down, and then you go back and add it to the mobile site, or, put it in a spreadsheet or something later, that's fine. But try and figure out that way that you can keep in touch with them in the coming year. Another thing that you can do that is really wonderful if you have the time and the manpower is to follow up on their experience. If you had someone new come in for the holidays, go ahead and check in afterwards and say like, hey, how did that work out for you? I hope you're doing well. Just wanted to touch base. Let me know how I can help. And another fun thing is that you can ask customers to share photos or reviews of your products that they gave or received as gifts. So, if folks are buying something that you sell and they're going to be giving it as gifts for the holidays, whether it's a service or good or whatever, ask them to, take a photo or something. I know, it seems like we end up getting different types of gifts, like a massage gift certificate or, all kinds of things like that for all types of different services. I know one year, this is so funny, but my best friend, her husband gave her a car cleaning and detailing gift certificate for Christmas. And she was so excited. That's what she'd asked for, right? But yeah, if you're someone like that and someone comes in and buys a gift certificate around the holidays, tell them, ask them, please post the photo of your person's reaction or the review of the product that they received as a gift or whatever. And you can share that on your Facebook page, whether it's a photo or review or whatever. Obviously, if it's positive, right? Looks like we've got a couple questions here. Oh, one question is, what's the mobile site? Okay, so that's your blog page that we've issued you through Social 5. It's usually the name of your business, .social5.net, and it's going to be where all your blogs are posted. And it also has an email capture tool. If you want to learn more about that, we do have a webinar posted on our Social 5 University page that you can go back and watch about how to collect all those email addresses and everything. I believe it's titled Mobile Basics. And we also have an email basics one too that also talks a little bit about it. So that's on our mobile site, which is s5u.social5.net. So you can find out some more information about that there. It's a really great tool. You'll hear me preach about it a lot as we go forward. All right, so the last thing I wanted to talk about is this, the age-old question, to PC or not to PC? And, we always talk about, like, should we say Merry Christmas? Should we say Happy Holidays? It's, kind of this big struggle that we go through. And what I want you to think about is that really the most important thing is the spirit in which you're offering your holiday greeting. So think about these things as you're going forward and making that decision. Is your message sincere? Is it something that's heartfelt and kind? Or is it something where you're just trying to, like, score a point in the war on Christmas? Either way, whether you're saying Happy Holidays just so, you don't have to say Merry Christmas, or you're saying Merry Christmas because you're mad at people who are saying Happy Holidays, whatever, your personal page is fine for stuff like that, but your business page is really not the place for it. You can say Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays, but just really try and have it with a giving, kind, sincere thought. It's not a time to be putting other people down. You really want to stay positive, and whatever greeting you decide to go with is fine. It's the spirit with which it's meant. So try and think of that. And, as long as you're not trying to put anybody down, as you're trying to share positivity, it's going to go okay. Another thought is you could include other holidays throughout the year that mean something to other people. I know some of you may have heard me talk about this before, but my family is half Canadian, and I spent a couple of years living in Canada until just recently. And something I really loved is every now and then I would see Canadian companies say, like, Happy 4th of July or something like that, right? And I was like, oh, that's so sweet. They know that I'm homesick on the 4th of July or whatever, So things like that can be really powerful, whether you celebrate that holiday or not. Go ahead and toss those in there and say, to all of our whatever friends, happy whatever, that's a great option. And it's better to be inclusive rather than exclusive, right? Because no matter what holidays people are celebrating, we wish them the best because they're our customers and we care about them, right? Another thing that really will help is if you post on the actual holiday, is a really good strategy. If you post Merry Christmas on Christmas, like, that's a federal holiday here in the United States. So everybody has the day off no matter what. So, go ahead and post it on Christmas Day and wish people that they're going to have a great day no matter what they're celebrating, right? So on the actual holidays is really helpful that way too. And if you don't want to, be up at your computer doing your post, we can take care of that for you. We can schedule a post for you. It'll all be set, no problem. You don't even have to worry about it. You can be opening gifts with your family or eating Chinese food or whatever it is that you guys do on Christmas. The other thing is, no matter which one you choose, there's probably going to be some trolls out there, right? If you pick Merry Christmas, there's probably going to be some trolls who are mad at you for picking Merry Christmas. If you pick Happy Holidays, you're going to run into the same thing on the other side of the fence, right? I don't know if any of you have seen this recent Starbucks controversy that's going on where they changed the color of their holiday cup to, they do a new holiday cup every year, and it usually has, like past ones have had like deer in the snow and snowflakes or Christmas tree ornaments or things like that. And this year, it's just a simple red cup. And they were like, oh, it's festive, it's red, it's got the green Starbucks logo on it, it's red and green for Christmas. And people like freaked out and were like, Starbucks hates Jesus, they don't have Christmas things on their cup and stuff like that. And Starbucks actually handled it really well and said, like, well, hey, we wanted to get into the festive spirit of the season, and we thought this looked great. We don't want to exclude anybody. We don't hate anybody. It's all good. And they just stayed very like above the fray, very classy, and did a really good job of handling it that way. So, just be prepared. No matter which one you pick, you're probably going to get someone who's angry. Just don't engage with them. Just stay above the fray, and whatever they say, if they come on and are mad that you said Merry Christmas, then hop on and say, well, we wish you a happy holiday or whatever, same either way. So just try and stay above it, and don't delve into that crankiness. All right. So the takeaway here from all of these tips that we've talked about, what's the takeaway? You don't want to come across like this, right? You don't want to be the first, obviously the holidays are a time when businesses make a lot of money. That's why we have Black Friday, right? But we don't want to be seen that way. You want to be seen as being there to support your customer, to help them, and to make their holiday season better. So really, the takeaway here for me is, a heartfelt message is always going to be a great option. As long as you're staying positive and hopeful and happy, you're going to be in good shape. Don't be putting anybody down or anything. Just stay really positive, and speaking from the heart is always going to go over well. All right. With that in mind, are there any questions? We'll go ahead and open that up. And I did want to add that, if you do want to do some of these holiday posts, again, please don't feel like you have to do them yourself. We can totally help you with that. Just shoot us an email at content@social5.com and with your request. And it can be even something really specific like, hey, will you look up local food pantries in my area and see what they need? We're happy to do that. We can put together anything for you that you might possibly need. So please don't feel like, in this webinar, we're telling you to do all these things. We're here to help you, and we'll back you up and do whatever the grunt work of whatever you decide you want to do. The other thing I should tell you is that we do have an option where if you want to have posts on all major holidays, like not just Christmas and Thanksgiving and stuff like that, we do have an option for that where, we'll put out a post for you that says Happy Mother's Day, Happy Father's Day, Happy Easter, all those different things. So that's an option too. If you're interested, again, just shoot us an email. We'll take care of it for you. And I've got a question here about the mobile site for S5U. It's s5u.social5.net. All the mobile sites are going to be .net. So you should be able to find that. And we'll send out a link here with this recording here in a couple days, and it will have a link to the mobile site too. Repeat that email address, you bet. It's content, CONTENT, @social5.com. And that's the number 5. Actually, either one works, but that's the preferred style. Number 5, SOCIAL5.com. Content@social5.com. And that's our content hotline where you can reach us for any content questions or anything like that you may have. So even if it's not about the holidays, if you just want to get a specific post up or are wondering about something, feel free to email that. That's no problem. All right. Well, last call for questions. Anybody else? All right. Well, we'll go ahead and close out this webinar then. We're going to be having another one coming up here in a few minutes at 11 o'clock that's going to be talking about our 2016 contests. And it's going to be really interesting. We've got some really great contests coming up, and we've done kind of a new contest model this year in 2015, and it's really taken off. The numbers are amazing, and the everybody who's participated in it has really enjoyed it. So I highly encourage you all to attend that. We're going to be talking with Derek Jensen, our contest manager. He's got the contests all ready to go. They are pretty awesome. And he'll just be talking about some of the benefits of contesting. You can either buy one contest or all 4 of them, or there's other options too. We have also done some individual contests for clients or things like that. So just come learn a little bit more about that and learn about contesting and how it can benefit your Social 5 page. Or not your Social 5 page, your Facebook page, or your, any of your other social assets. So, all right. Well, with that in mind, we'll close on out and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much for joining us today. Bye.